Dev Diaries, Scene 1, Take 1. So what I want to show today is sort of the start of a new game. I was working on another project that I'm in love with. I still love. It's just that I go through this process where I build so many art assets and I don't make any game. It's like it's just a bunch of art assets. It's not even a game. Like we used, like you could click the character, walk around, but it wasn't. There wasn't enough game. I just got to the point where I felt like I'm so sick of just making assets and I'm not making a game, that I need to just sort of do a game jam, just sort of figure out where am I at, like what is happening. Be a game developer. Stop being an art director, art asset, whatever. Make a game. So I was like, I work with my partner who's a programmer, and he was the one who first put the part together. But I find I work best when I can make my own game and like get the fundamentals working. So what we see here is something I made. This is a week of rapid prototyping. I mean, I threw everything together real quick. So I'm playing with the controller. You could see, oh damn it, the controller's not working. I changed the USB port and now. Absolute bollocks. Absolute travesty. So that's game development. I moved my Xbox controller and stopped working. You can't move it to a different USB port. So here's the game. I knocked it out in a week to just, I mean, you can't even tell which way the character's facing if he doesn't have his little matchstick wand. So you can fire. I made coins. Coins do nothing except that you get them. And you can do this little dive roll. And oh yeah, he doesn't have his melee. So I find that like, and I was like, so basically the point of this is like start making a game and then build assets based on need. Like it's pretty logical. So I can collect my coins. You can move the spawner. There's a spawner all up here. This is all. Most of this is done based on and they'll kill me and I can die and they can die. We can all die. Ugh. Then they go back to from whence they came. So this kind of proof of concept, it definitely reminds me of Minigore 2, if you know those games. They didn't really have a sense of like, I don't think you picked up coins or anything. That was like an endless shooter. I don't know if it is endless, but like you have levels and oh yeah, there's levels? What kind of game is that? Anyway, so mocked this up. Clearly everything is as fast as I could make it, and I just tried to tell myself you're not allowed to design any assets. The purpose of this game is to force me into being a game developer, and like when I say, what do I want to do in video games? Like, why am I even doing this? And it is to, and I was just got to the point where I was like, what is it that I want? What I want is to tell stories and to play games that I like. So it's not that there aren't games that out there that I already love. I passionately love a lot of games, and that's not the problem. And there is no problem. It's just like I love making games, and I wanted to also try to become part of the indie game community. I feel like I made a VR game, Crashimals, and it didn't do so well, but I also felt like a lot of my mistakes that I made are probably classic start out indie game mistakes. And I'm going back to AAA, but at the same time, I'll still be trying to, mess around like this on making indie games and making little things like this. So to make this game, I just pulled down. I mostly just did the third person template, and then there's this BP, the Zach Parrish tutorial. Big fan of Zach Parrish. Awesome, love him, and. So anyway, I follow along on his twin stick shooter tutorial on the Unreal. So you can get a lot of the way there. Obviously, I only used it as a guide as to like what did he do in what order, and kind of to get me kind of up and running. And I didn't. This is not a twin stick shooter. It's a single stick, 1D blend space. So anyway, So this is 4 days later from the last one. I made a different character. He's even still improved from here, but this has turned much more into a well, and I died. So it turned into more of a much more of a hack and slash. So when with the B button, a sword just spawns in your hand and you can slash, and with the X button you fire your fireball, and then you can drink a potion and get out of here. But it's definitely more like bloody. Obviously, I have that blood decal, which I just wanted to like start placeholder putting things in. But even just doing that, it starts giving me a sense of what this game is going to be like. Let's just drink more of that potion. And you can't walk while you drink the potion. A lot of questions. There's also a shield, but the shield totally doesn't work at all. It's just in place. Like, I want to have a shield mechanic. Still figuring out exactly how to implement that. You know, are we going to do it in code instead of blueprint? Because it's going to be kind of messy in blueprint. So I can also have pickups. So you see I have one health potion. I can now pick up another health potion. And if you have all the health potions, that just gives you coins instead of health potions. I'm copying a lot of what Bastion did as far as the control scheme. It works in Bastion, and I'm not sure it's working in this game right now. And now I'm dead. So now I've got that toggled off. So I just want a quick look at in geometry characters. So we've got some animations, but I wanted to look at my anim blueprint real quick just to show a lot of the work has been going into setting up the shield, the roll. This would be the melee attack. This would be the staff attack and the potion. So all that is now in here, and it looks like this. Shield up. So there's a shield up animation, a shield loop animation as you continue to hold it. Shield down, but from shield up you can also go into roll, staff attack, sword attack, drink potion. So it kind of looks confusing, but this is the only part that kind of looks is that it goes to all these others. Otherwise it's from idle walk, you can roll, idle walk to staff attack, idle walk. I tend to want to do dev diaries, and then I end up never doing them because I'm like, no, it's too early. Like, I want to have something to show. Oh, this week happened, but I want to update it with some better stuff. So the biggest change that's coming that I've just finished. So for my old game, I had this color palette. This is the Atari 2600. This is the new color palette I made that for this game. So I basically have, like, this will be where I keep my metals, my woods, my stone, my woods, and then this will be the colors of the game. Very bright, kind of cartoony, got those big heads, and so this is the big change. Like, all the stuff so far that you've seen is from this color palette. And so moving over to here, and that's going to change a ton of stuff because obviously those are significant differences. So that was a big change, but that's pretty much this week. The goal is to do 2 of these videos a month, and then 2 videos that are tutorials to just share some of the skills, some of the knowledge. Take it easy.